Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you are now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Yo, we're back again. AKWatch, episode 11 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. And as always with me, I have my co-host, Daniel.
Yo, what's going on, people? Back again for episode 11, I believe, of the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. And back again for another week to discuss the episode and what went down or what didn't go down.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess I don't think you won the last one, Ed, so I'll ask you, like I did with Joe, what you thought of the last episode before we start talking about this one.
Yeah, the last episode was really good. And yeah, I think I haven't listened to the last AKWatch, to be fair. I've been busy, but I was gonna ask you your opinions of your favorite character coming back. In quotations.
Oh, the airport. Yeah. I mean, me and Michelle kind of talked about it. We kind of was just like, he was saying about the whole him making the contingency plan, and I feel like we kind of aligned on the idea that he shouldn't have made the plan in the first place. But we still do respect the ingenuity of the binding vow he created so that he has the 3 AirPods or 2 AirPods that we saw. But yeah, we still don't rate. But yeah, I mean, he did his thing, but again, they wouldn't be in this situation if he didn't work with Mahito and Geto. So yeah,
exactly. But yeah, I think apart from that, I think the Geto's body fighting back was kind of interesting, especially since he said it's never happened before. So I think that's really interesting, and the confidence Gojo has in his friends, I guess, was good, and it was chilling, which is weird. Which is like, it is what it is. I'll be alright. I can't do anything now, so everyone do your thing in it. So I think that was a really interesting viewpoint, because I thought in the manga especially, I thought we'd be panicking a lot more, but it seems like it's done now. So I leave it to my young ones.
Yeah. I mean, whether the young ones can be relied upon remains to be seen. I mean, based on this episode, you would feel a bit more confident, but the arc is still early, so we have to see if they can get the job done and get Gojo out of the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free my guy Gojo.
Yeah. Free him, man. Okay, so I guess the first thing that happens is the discussion with Ino, and they're talking about the barrier, and then I think this is just one of the cool things about the power system with Jujutsu Kaisen, where they're talking about kind of like how the conditions of making a barrier can affect its strength or not. Like being outside the barrier can actually make the barrier harder to break from the inside because you're in a more visible place to be spotted, which increases the strength of the barrier. So I think and how that links into them being in the most conspicuous spot within the barrier on that tower to make sure the barrier has the strength. I mean, that's one of the things, that makes Jujutsu Kaisen a great battle series. These little intricacies you see that's been getting revealed recently anyway.
Yeah, it's really good. I think what I like Jujutsu Kaisen as well, because it makes sense. Because sometimes in some anime they explain it to you like, I guess that makes sense, but that's the rules of the anime, so I'll follow it. But this actually makes sense. Obviously, if they can see you trying to break it, they can strand areas and everything. So yeah, I think I really enjoyed that. It's just like, that makes sense. Obviously, if I was making a barrier, I think I would do that instead of like being inside and not knowing where the attack is coming from.
Agreed. So I guess, what did you think of the cursed user group that we see throughout this episode? The grandma, grandson, and then the random old man.
Yeah, I think they literally came out of the shadows when Gojo got sealed up. So I think
I respect it.
the bums, but at the same time I respect it because let me not even say bums because it's Gojo. So it's like, oh, this is our chance. So, but it's so quickly. It's like, oh, you man said Gojo sealed. Here we are. I think it's the older one, the guy who says, oh, if he wasn't sealed, we'd be at home sleeping right now. That literally made me laugh. I can't lie to you. It's like, if he was here, we would not be here, bro. We're not ready for that. We got G-check when I was a kid. Imagine now as an adult, we will be sleeping, watching Netflix, bro. So that was a bit funny. I think they were funny. They were a fun group to be with. And that old lady is the problem, bro. Because, yeah, we'll get into it later, but she's a problem. But at the same time, she needs protection to do what she wants to do. So it's an interesting power to have, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, being a spirit medium, it's kind of one of those more traditional powers you see when you're associated with all this whole spirituality kind of thing. Yeah. But sometimes simple is effective, and we saw clearly because Ino, I think we should talk about Ino. What do you think about him? Because when he first came up in the manga, I mean, I didn't feel that attached to him, but I know he's got a lot of fans. I don't understand why, but yeah, he's just.
I like him, but not to the extent of like being a fanboy of him. That's why I was surprised because lately I've been seeing it as like, oh, hopefully Gege doesn't do craziness. Because there's a funny thing that people were saying that if Gege knows that you have a favorite character or the fandom has a favorite character, he just kills them, which is hilarious to me if he actually does that. So it's like, oh, hopefully let's protect, it's like him of all people. But I don't hate him, but I think his display in the anime is a lot better in the manga for me because I like him a lot better here. But yeah, he got done dirty with who he had to face, but I think he didn't get a chance to really display his abilities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's just, I won't lie. I think like this period in Shibuya is where my interest kind of took a bit of a dip because I'm just like, I wasn't really invested that much. I feel like there's two peaks in Shibuya. The start with Gojo versus the cursed spirits, and then what happens later on, which I'm not gonna say. Yeah. But like this portion right here, it was a chore to get through weekly when I was reading it, and it's I kind of have the same feeling. Like it was cool, everything that happened, but I don't know. I don't really have the same level of passion that I did for the previous episodes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying from your point of view, to be fair, because I think the anime is doing a lot better job because in the manga, I'm like, But I think it was kind of like what do I say, not the negativity, but the downside of being such a good arc, in my opinion, in a way. So when something like falls off a little bit, you notice it immediately. That's what I think, because I'm like, it's not that strong. You notice it, especially if you start really good, especially with the Toji and Gojo thing. You go through it, you get through Gojo being sealed and everything, then you get this kind of down period. And people are like, oh, Gojo's sealed, what do you do now? So it's just kind of down period a little bit. And it's like, can we get something more? But I think still at the same time, they did a good job because the fight, I was invested in it a lot more than the anime, in the manga, to be fair.
That's a good surprise, because that means the anime is doing its job, which is always good.
Yeah. Well, I definitely feel what you said because in the manga, I'm like, we're after waiting because we wait for. I think with the anime, and I have so much stuff to read and watch. But I was like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. I was really into Jujutsu Kaisen at this point when this chapters were coming out. So you decided you come, you're like, it was alright, I guess. It's not if it's bad, but that feeling like it was alright, I guess, it's not a feeling you want for one of your favorite series at the time, anyway.
Yeah. But I guess in terms of things to talk about in this episode, things that on a more positive note, I do like Ino's powers because he's actually the same as the old lady. He's a spirit medium when he puts the mask on, and then he's got the 4 things. I think it's the Kirin. And then the Ryu, there's the whole blue I think Azure Dragon, Green Turtle,
Yeah.
that whole power. I always like that kind of thing from Beyblade days when you had like the Suzaku and the Dragoon, all them things there. So that's cool. I always like seeing that referenced. And also, it's on the screen now, but the whole Ino and Nanami relationship, I like how they touch on that, because it kind of shows how Nanami is, you know, he is a senior at the end of the day, and you kind of see how he's what he's like as a mentor sorcerer, kind of.
It's definitely better than Gojo in that sense of like, I feel like his students actually love him a lot more. Well, Gojo's just like, he's strong, he's a bit of a dickhead, but he's strong. But Nanami, I feel like there's a lot more intimate relationships there. And you can see even like when he was going, it's like, yo, I beg you, look after my kids, bro. So he's like like a dad, bro, trying to protect his kids. That's why I love Nanami so much. It's one of my favorite characters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, he did. I mean, he wanted to, you know, he wanted to put on for Nanami, but then, I mean, and he was trying, but I mean,
he was doing good, man.
He was doing good, but I don't know. I feel like he didn't get a chance to showcase everything, which is also probably another reason why I don't think like I was too impressed with him, because he threw a couple punches, and then like I did like the way he was maneuvering with the second beast he used. I forgot what it was, the one after Kirin, with the water. But yeah.
I don't know, for Ina, I always wanted this question. Maybe see your perspective on it. Because it seemed like he was like going from like, oh, I tried this first, and I'll go to the better one, then I'll go to the... Why don't you just go to the first one from the start, bro? That's what I thought. I was like, does he need to go through the paces? Because it was me, I see an old lady praying. I want to end it quickly because I feel like in my head, the longer it takes you to incarnate and like bring out something, because he knows she's a medium too, or he can tell she's a medium too. Probably she's taking longer to do it. She's like planning something devious. I'm going to my strongest, whether it's the dragon or the turtle, and finish it as quickly as I can. But it feels like I was wondering, like, does he need to do like the 4 in stages? But if he doesn't need to, bro, just end it quickly. You're fighting 2 people, bro. But because especially when he was saying like, oh, this guy doesn't seem too strong, but he's doing everything in his power to protect the lady. Warning signs immediately, bro. Go all out.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to a little bit. Apart from that, he's alright, but it's like, just end it quickly, bro. And now he has to fight like a demon. Or fight. I say fight.
Well, he tried. Whether he was I can't even say he was successful. He just got obliterated, to be honest. It was,
didn't get a chance.
Very unfortunate.
Of all people. No, when that thing came, I was like, what? How is this even possible? We'll get into that later, but yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll go on to the the Yuji and Megumi tag team versus the unknown old man. That was cool. That was good. I think the old man, if you don't know his power, is a problem, bro, because that's just mind. You have to think, that's the ones you have to be smart in battle. Kind of like strong punch and win. So, and I feel like without Megumi, I think Megumi has a strength, and obviously Yuji has a strength, because even in the fight, you can see Megumi saying like, oh, brother, it's hard to keep up more with him than the opponent, which is crazy, especially since like people keep saying it, but I think it's wild, especially for him and Mahito. Mahito, and then another character in another arc, which I won't say anything about it now, but this guy's a new sorceress, bro, or new curses, new to this kind of Jujutsu Kaisen world, and how quickly he's kind of outclassing Megumi, who has an overpowered technique himself, is just crazy when it comes to like physical abilities anyway. But I think Megumi has his own strengths because of how smart he is, how quickly, like, because it was pretty quick. It's like, oh, this must be your power, and he got it straight away. So I think they complement each other very good, very nicely. And I would love to see them fight more together. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think this kind of showed the strengths of Yuji and Megumi. Megumi obviously the more cerebral type, and Yuji is not stupid. He's not as smart as Megumi, but he's not stupid either when it comes to fighting. The typical shonen MC battle smart. and he shows it in many fashions. But I think the thing I wanted to highlight is just the abnormal amount of strength he has for a 16, 17-year-old kid to be picking up and throwing cars like they're just footballs. It's just not normal.
The guy says, "You're giving me chills, bro. What do you mean you're chucking a car at me?"
Even when he punched the barrier, man, it was like, bro, this is like, on par with Nanami. So that kind of just shows you, if he actually had like a couple of years underneath his belt, he probably would have surpassed his strength by now. Yeah,
literally, Yuji is new to this. If I had experience though, because we said like he's not stupid, and he seems to pick stuff up quickly. Like we talked about it before when he saw, like, he knew how the barriers are kind of set up and everything. But his strength is just ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. Which was funny enough, worked against him a little bit in this fight, but it's still like managed to show you, like, yeah, Yuji's not to be toyed with.
And I liked when Megumi asked him, because I think you said it earlier about Satoru Gojo, and he's like, okay, if he's not stronger than Satoru Gojo, then his ability can't be damage nullification. And I just like how Gojo is just a measuring stick for anybody who is supposed to be like elite top tier. It's always been consistent.
Oh, it's funny. It's like, if you can't beat Gojo, that means like basically they're scaling people just based on Gojo. If you hit from Gojo, I scale you right around here underneath Gojo, underneath Toji, underneath Yuta. I'm gonna put you right here, which means you can take you on. That's wild. If anyone said that to me in a fight, I don't know how I feel, Like, you are not as strong as this character, so yeah, I'll take you on.
Yeah, but I guess they figure out his technique is inverse. And that's, like you said, very tricky technique, even if you didn't know it, because like it's one thing, because he could just turn it off as well. That's the thing. It's not a thing where it's always active, right? He can just be like, okay, I'm gonna punch you weak with like little force, and he'll just like turn it off. So then it's, but then again, I don't know, because when he had the rabbit escape, he couldn't escape from the rabbits, even though. So like, I don't know, maybe it's a thing where it's always active, because he was trapped by the rabbits and he didn't do anything to try and escape them, which was strange. But
I think it was just wary, to be fair, because he didn't know what was gonna set up. Because he said it like
that's true.
The thing, like, they will set up, they want you like turn it off and like escape from it. Then it's like, oh, here's a big attack waiting for you. So I think that's what he was doing. But obviously, Megumi outsmarted him in that sense of like, you know what? Let's sit back and think, during this battle, and plan accordingly. So I think that was it. I think you can turn it off, but I think it was just scared, like, if I turn it off and like easily get through this, as soon as I break through, you just there with like a bread knuckle chuckle so to knock me out. So yeah,
they did their thing though. They got him out of the clean tag team, mixture of weak and soft blows, and I guess with that guy defeated, we can talk about the flashback with them on their deviant activities. I don't even want to talk about the grandmother and what she was doing.
That
and
was
the dad.
Weird, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna just It's just weird.
I was like, okay, it's like, this does not look like a father-daughter relationship. Like, what do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
And he died. I'm like, hey, I don't feel sorry for you, bro.
It was nasty too, because when she was leaving, as he was dying, he was like, when I killed your daughter, she cried out for her mother, and they're divorced.
She's alright, you, bro. That's so sad. Your mom cheated me, but you still love your mom more. I provided everything for you, but I don't feel sorry for her at the same time. So, but it was crazy. Like, so sad. Yeah, she cried out for her mom though, not you. You're not rated.
Yeah, but then I think with this flashback, it just, again, I think we said it earlier about Gojo being the measuring stick. This guy literally is a game breaker. They said it just had the panel of him opening his eyes, and then it's like Satoru Gojo is born, and the balance of the world is changed. I'm just like, bro, this is elite gas, bro. This is what you call extreme gassing of a character.
It's so crazy. As a baby, he just opens his eyes like, the world's in disarray, bro. That's sending like everyone's. There was this bounty on his head as a baby, bro.
Was it 100 million?
Man said Luffy's bounty at the age of what, 2 months?
Crazy.
And they got like what, 6, 7, 8? I think that's when they put the bounty on him.
Yeah.
And the whole situation was funny, bro. It's like, and you know, they showed you how these guys were like about it and nasty people. Because the older, the guy, when he was putting someone's face up, I was like, what in the world? I didn't even expect you to say that. Man. I was like, whoa. I wasn't even like, it was not bloody like that. It wasn't the thing, but just the idea of you removing someone's face is just disgusting. So it's like, you know, these guys are not small fries, or at least they'll do anything possible to win. And then they faced the kid, and the whole thing was just funny to me, bro. I was laughing. It's like, wow. Look, he just looked at them. It's like, and this lady went from one table to another.
Yeah, that was funny. I don't blame her though. I mean, they probably thought. The thing is, yeah, I think it's kind of dumb to try and ambush him in public because as cursed users, they're gonna stick out from people who don't use cursed energy, especially if he's just walking in the street, right?
Yeah. And I swear they told him like he has the 6 eyes, so you know he's gonna know.
Exactly.
It seemed a bit dumb. Maybe they were just come there in ability. Because the funny thing on this characters is like, oh, by the way, Gojo has this power. It's just like, okay, but it's as if they don't. Maybe it's been a while since anyone has experienced it. So like they don't know like the gravity of how strong this power is. Because every time it's like everyone's just so confident. It's like, oh, let me go check it out. Even Toji's like, let me go check it out. And Gojo's like, excuse me? And everyone's like shocked. It's like, of course, this guy has the 6 eyes and but yeah.
Limitless.
So I think it's just, it seems stupid, but at the same time I feel like they haven't ever experienced it before, so they don't know how crazy the powers truly are. Because he said them immediately like, stop, what did he say? Stop following me with cleans. And it sounded like, I know, I didn't see it until I went to the internet afterwards. I was like, this guy sounds familiar. Why can't I place it?
Killua.
It's playing in my head. It's Killua, bruv.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, which is funny, but white head and everything, but yeah, but Gojo was a disrespectful kid, bruv.
I mean, when you're that strong at that young, I mean, you're gonna be, I mean, he literally elevated his clan to relevancy just by being born.
Bruh. But yeah, Gojo, even after he's been sealed, he's been gassed forever, so no surprise. No surprises here.
Okay, so now shall we talk about the return of the bum father?
I know that's how you introduced it. I was going to expect the return of the good one, of the great one. It's like, nah, the return of the bum father. Yeah, he's back. The guy's not winning any awards for Father of the Year, but he is different. And in the manga, I was shocked, and now I was like, the question still. Maybe they explained it somewhere, and I've forgotten. But how is she able to do that, bruv?
I think I don't know how they got a sample, but like it showed the guy swallowing something before she did it. So I'm guessing I don't even know how they got a sample from Toji, but yeah, that's the only thing I can imagine. They used the sample as like a connection. So you know, like this is going very left, but you know, in Fate when they summon a servant, you have to have like a catalyst that connects you to that servant. I think it's something like that.
Makes sense. Because I was wondering, like, for example, let's say Gojo's killed in the sealed, like, in the thing, and it took his hair. Or Yuta, for example, they take his hair, they take his finger. Does that mean they can do summon any great sorcerer just from that? And all you need is like 5 to 10 minutes of like praying with someone protecting you. Because if that's true, that seems overpowered. Obviously, it's gonna be hard to find someone like. So, which means you can do what? I keep forgetting his name. The guy in Ghetto's. Listen. she can basically do what
I get what you mean.
he did. It's like not like entering his body, but like I just need a flesh, a nail. I can bring back Geto into my son or my grandchild, and that's it. Because if that's true, that sounds crazy. There has to be a limit. Because even weakened Gojo is still overpowered.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know the intricacies of technique. I think maybe in the manga there's some narration about it, so I think they might show it in the next episode. But other than that, I'm unsure. I feel like those are very valid questions.
There has to be a limitation. If not, she's just, why am I running? Well, Gojo's still Gojo, but why am I running from anyone, bro? Just spend your time being a grave digger, and you're good.
Grave digger. Okay, all right then.
Literally, if I had that part, that's all I'm doing, which is a bit macabre. But I'm like, yo, who was the great sorcerer again? This guy? All right, let's go. Oh, we need a bone. That's all we need. And grandson, I'm so sorry. It's a bit disgusting, but just swallow it. And I can make you Gojo. Just swallow it. I can make you Yuta. Just swallow it. You want to be Yuji? I'll make you Yuji,
I guess
bro.
the person has to be dead as well. Yeah.
Yeah, true. But the person has to be like, that's what I'm saying. If, God forbid, Yuta dies, just before they take his body, she's like, oh, wait, one sec. Oh, my son. She's like, do you know this guy? Yeah. Cut his nail off. And that's it. You have Yuta all of a sudden.
Well, I think, and this is, I feel like we'll have to revisit this next week because of something that happens, and that's the most I want to say without spoiling.
Yeah.
But because of a certain event that's gonna take place.
Because but anyway, she because the power. Because I always had that question, and I think I've forgotten now. I didn't read it properly, or no. Sometimes these guys in chapters are just a chore to read sometimes. But yeah, that medium power seems crazy. Because even if it doesn't, it's like they have to be relatively strong, or maybe because Toji's like doesn't have crazy curse technique like that, or like it's not. It's like maybe if he can't do Gojo because of his CT and everything, but I can still get some strong people like heavily restrictions, and just like Maki, just like she's actually heavily restricted and she doesn't have that much like curse energy, then I still bring her back. So
yeah, that's fair. Okay, but aside from like we talk about Toji coming back, and like we all saw what proceeded afterwards, and out of respect for Ino, because I don't actually hate Ino, I don't want to shed light on the pamming he received, because it was ugly.
Yeah.
But is there any other things in this episode you would like to touch on before we end?
I think that's basically it. That's basically it. Anyway, but yeah, it wasn't a bad episode. It was just good, and I think Toji coming back was, brings that excitement back into you against like what's going to happen now. Is this guy just going to gallivant? Like, is he going to say where's Gojo, and they can't find Gojo and like go on a mad one? Like, what's going to happen? So I think it brings a lot more interest. Like, there's a bit of a downtime. Oh, there's like, oh, Toji's back, and which is crazy. Like from one character coming back, it's like, oh, what's going to happen now? So I'm excited for the next episode.
Yes, sir. And looking at the preview, it looks like it's going to be May time, so that's going to be good for the time being that we can still co-sign her. So I will be there for this time, for this fight. For later activities, I may not be there. In fact, I will not be there for a certain scene. I will disavow her. But yeah, good episode. Disown, I'm telling you, disown. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, good episode, man. As always, animation was on point. I don't even feel like, obviously we have to respect the animators and we have to be thankful. Can't get too used to what they're doing, because maybe we'll touch on this on the. Actually, I feel like even though we finished talking about the episode, and this is kind of off topic, but it's on topic, the whole mapper thing. This is like with the animators and them making them sign NDAs about the conditions. Like, it just makes you like, you have to always appreciate what they're doing, because the conditions they're working at to put this stuff out is just not right, and they need to do some animated strike over there, because they need to get better
that's what
working
me and Michelle
conditions.
talked about. Like, it has to happen, which is like, I don't mind not watching anime for a month or two if this guy's, because it's so sad, it's so bad. What do you mean you have to sign an NDA? Oh yeah, well, kind of going somewhere else with that discussion. But yeah, we appreciate them every single time. Even though it's like, we're used to it now, they're really good, but at the same time, yeah, we need to appreciate them because they're going through it.
Yeah, we have to. But okay, that was AKWatch for this week. Yeah, we'll be back next week as always, and of course, we're watching autumn shows. We'll get to a preview maybe next week. We'll see how it goes. But as always, AK Update comes out every Monday on Spotify, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And of course, this every week as well. So, but I think that's all, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Deuces.